Universal health care has been a controversial topic for many years. Some are concerned that incorporating such a change will increase the power of our government and therefore decrease the freedoms that we enjoy, while others feel that every person should have equal opportunity to receive health care. I strongly feel that we must adopt a system for our country for universal health care because all citizens have the right to good health and quality of life. By making this change to our current system, we will see a decrease in healthcare costs, overall improved health, and eventually we will see a decrease in disease in this country. Harry Truman was the first to attempt a universal health care program concept in 1945. Although he did not succeed, he did make health care more accessible to lower and middle class individuals. Roosevelt also understood and expressed a need for social and economic rights for the people. In his 1944 State of the Union address, he says, "We cannot be content, no matter how high that general standard of living may be, if some fraction of our people, whether it be 1/3 or 1/5 or 1/10, is ill-fed, ill-clothed, ill-housed, and insecure." I feel that it is unethical to not provide equal healthcare opportunity for everybody. The most important people here that are affected are the children. Shouldn't they all have equal opportunity to health care and preventative care? We would save money by doing this in the long run because it is way more expensive to treat disease. In an article discussing this topic, Marlaise Rashford says the health of the nation is at stake when citizens do not receive primary care, routine health screenings, and preventative care, and this may lead to a resurgence of diseases such as tuberculosis. It is obvious to me that a change needs to be made based on the issues that we have in our society, obesity, heart disease, and other diseases. There are 10 other countries which have adopted a universal health care system. Switzerland and Singapore have a system which is considered economically freer than us because they spend far less money than we do on healthcare. Avik, a writer for Forbes.com, suggests that we could decrease or eliminate our federal budget deficit just by adopting a similar system to Switzerland and Singapore. This is at least worth exploring further. Many conservatives believe that it is the family who is responsible for their own health. But how is a family supposed to do this if they're in the middle of struggle? Many low-income and uninsured individuals utilize the emergency room for issues that could be managed by primary care physicians. This is expensive. By giving everybody equal opportunity to health care, many people won't have to go to the emergency room and they will have a regular doctor to oversee their issues. In addition of a preventative or wellness program would also make a big difference. This isn't just about the low income, this is also about the middle class. They also have struggles when it comes to health care. Just one major medical issue will devastate a family financially. A good reason to push for a new universal health care program would be simply because the programs that we already have by our government, which are Medicaid and Medicare, have actually improved overall health. A common theme among conservatives is that this sort of program will cause us to lose our freedoms, but there's got to be a way around this. To me, it seems like they have something to lose if the system was changed. I can't think of any reason that's good enough to ignore the many poor, sick children and families who don't get the proper care, or the families that are in great debt because of some tragedy. Our country is one of the top economy-wise, yet other countries have adopted a universal program. we should be analyzing their methods in order to create the right program for us. One example is studying the program in Canada. There was one study that found evidence that people in low-income brackets were not significantly better health-wise, even with access to their universal health care system. What we learned from this is a necessity for education and preventative care. If we were to adopt a system, it would be a beginning and require time. Our society has developed some pretty unhealthy behaviors that cause disease in the long run. Obesity, excessive processed food eating, fast food, and lack of exercise all need to be a part of a preventative medicine campaign. In a frontline program called Dr. Hotspot, Dr. Jeffrey Brenner is interviewed and followed to explore how he is trying to encourage change by lowering healthcare costs. He began efforts to find out hotspots where large costs were incurring by individuals, and then he developed a program based on their individual needs. He developed a team of people who would look at everybody on a case-by-case basis. For example, one gentleman was going to the ER often because he didn't have his asthma medicine, so he had to go get treated in the emergency room. So they solved the problem, and they were able to help him and many other people. What his program did was improve the quality of life for many people, and they significantly reduced the healthcare costs. An obstacle with this is simply this. We're cutting costs, healthcare costs, which means corporations lose money. It's to the corporation's advantage that we have sick people. It's to the corporation's advantage that we have expensive healthcare. I think we are beyond ready for positive change. Once we look at other models and we can start beginning to see how to make a change, we can improve our overall health. We can decrease our healthcare costs. We can improve the quality of life for many people. Not to mention, in the long run, we will decrease disease in this country. By raising people's awareness about this topic and educating on the facts and the problems with our current system, we can make a change. Dr. Brenner said, "Change is really lots of little baby steps that add up to better and better care. So the smallest things can make a difference." This isn't going to happen overnight, but I think this is worth it to make people happier and healthier, our society as a whole to be a healthier society. I think that it'll make a huge difference if we all work together to try to solve this issue. Thank you.